We can also go to London and take the metro and
mind the gap.
mind the gap.
Oh.
Out the door.
So you are when you perceive the reality to be in what is happening, you're overlooking the gap. You're overlooking that which is not seen, which is not perceived, that perceives. That's the reality of what you're perceiving. Yes. So when you overlook, when your experience is simply at the realm of the world, body, mind, you are overlooking consciousness. Now, I am not talking about ignoring the world, body, mind. Not at all. You attend to what is needed. The body has its speaks to you, or hunger, toothache, or you need to pay the mortgage, you need to work, etc. Not talking about ignoring the world, body, mind. Because the world, body, mind, consciousness does not ignore it. Because it's a creation of consciousness. Consciousness creates the rules of the game and plays the game. You see? But
so you're saying it sounds like you're saying all those things can be done without being identified.
yes, absolutely. Better. All these things are being done without any personal will. Personal will is the spoiler. The personal impression is the spoiler of going to the party. It's going to the party just to put out your anger or something. It's a spoiler, yes.
There seems to be a distinction here between realizing happiness and pursuing happiness. And right now, I hear you saying pursuing happiness is a hindrance in realizing happiness.
Pursuing happiness in the world, body, mind experiences, in relationships, in events, in the phenomenal, in the dream world. Pursuing happiness in that direction is the wrong direction. Pursue happiness by going to the source, by turning your attention to the source.
Consciousness reminding itself what it is.
Absolutely beautiful. Consciousness says, I'm gonna remind myself what I am, and I can do it because I am consciousness. I don't have to go too far to remind myself. I can remind myself right now. Snap! I am freedom and happiness, beauty and love. Yes. Yes. Or, oh, I am me and you. I don't know. I like you, and you did this to me yesterday, and no, I am like this and like that. And you like this and like that. Oh, I'm not gonna forget that. Oh, no, I'm not like that. Oh, yes, you are like this. You can play that game too, and you can have a spoiler game. That's spoiling the party. That's spoiling the party. My personal conditions first upon myself. Upon personal condition by myself. Oh, I will be happy if, when, and only if he or she, and if. That's personal spoiler, yes? Personal spoiler. We place conditions upon our own happiness. We all know that, yes? We all know that. We're all inside going, yep. And then we place conditions onto the world, body, mind, onto others, onto it has to be, we have to be, peaceful world. You know, if the world has to be beautiful, peaceful world, and you know, less traffic,
Paying your taxes.
Well,
Tax time.
that one. There's some things you have to make sure you don't stick your hand too far, so you don't get it burnt. You know, you have to just do what needs to be done. Be wise about that.
Taxes
Taxes
are also
is what?
consciousness and taxes.
Consciousness and taxes are eternal.
So consciousness and taxes are the two things that are
Both eternal. The eternity of taxes. So yes, when you are seeking happiness in the wrong direction. You see. So, like in the deep sleep, in your dream state, you are imagining that you are a 12-year-old boy being chased by a enraged elephant, you see, and you're really trying very hard to save the 12-year-old boy from the elephant, which is you, right? You're trying to save yourself from the elephant. And so you're trying really hard to find happiness for that boy, well, in this case, survival for that boy in the dream. That's the wrong direction. The direction is to realize that you're the dreamer, you're just dreaming this dream, you're okay. You are happiness itself, you are freedom, so you're safety itself. Are you sleeping? Yeah, that's the direction to this, to turn your attention to the source, which is really beautiful because the source is what I am right now. Right now, I am the source. Not a physical source or some male or female source, this source of presence, not the source of. The term the source is used to sort of, right now I would use the term source, that I am that I am the absolute. And you say the source is the source of all this perception, of all these dreams. I am the source. See, I am the source. Can you imagine that? That I am the source of this. Yes. I am the source of this. This is myself, my very self. This perception is my very self. So my body is a universal body. My body has no borders. It's a cosmic body. The entire cosmos is myself, is my body. See? Right? And in this infinite body, there are all sorts of dream events. But this body is untouched, unaffected by the dream events. So like in the galactic space, there are black holes that absorb galaxies. A whole galaxy goes right into the black hole, you see, but the galactic space is untouched. Yeah? So there are novas and supernovas and all sorts of two galaxies that come together, and the entire energetic field is shifted in that space. But the galactic field is untouched. You see? So body-mind events are like that. They're like events in the cosmic events in the infinite galactic space.
Are the events here that too? Just sparks that don't have consequence?
There is an event right now. The very speaking.
Yeah, I rarely do.
I didn't say that was a special event. I was just saying it's an event like any other now. Whether you rarely speak or not is secondary. But let me see if I got your question, or maybe you want to reword your question and make sure that I'm...
Okay, if I could figure out what I'm trying to say, is that the events in our, like for instance, there's this notion of karma, that our events have that they have consequences. Yeah. Do they?
Yes, absolutely. Events have consequences in the event realm. In the realm of events, events have consequences. Yeah, like for example, if you build a dam around a river, you come back, I don't know, in a year or two, there is a lake. Yes? If you open the dam, you come back a year or two, there is a river. So events have consequences in the event realm. Yes? Now there is the realm of consciousness is not in the event realm. The event realms appear in the non-realm, in the non-event realm, non-realm, in the non-event non-realm of consciousness.
Can you speak in that and identify non-dualism in that?
It's all non-dual, meaning the
realm and the non-event realm.
It's all non-dual, meaning the rules that govern the event realm, for example, gravity governs in a certain manner the events around the Earth. For example, we're not flying up in space. We're sitting in our seat. Gravity is governing. So there are governing principles that operate in the event realm, and what is experiencing that? What is all the events in the cosmos, which have relationships with each other, right? Like the rain allows the plants to grow and so on. All the events in the cosmos, in the entire cosmos, are my body. So the non-dual experience is the entire world, body, mind, everything and everyone is myself.
Everyone
Is myself. But not intellectually. It's not intellectually. It's a dissolution, dissolving. It's a dissolving of any impression of limitation, any impression of personhood, any impression of separation. And the complete dissolution of that. That is the Sahaja Samadhi state. The Sahaja Samadhi, which is the world, body, mind, everything is myself. That is the non-dual. And at that level, let's say, it's not really a level, but with language, at that level, there is no cause and effect. everything, all the waves are water, water. So they return, they lose their waveness, waveness, the variety of their waveness, and they return to water. It's the end of the mind. So then the question some people may ask, well, wait a minute, then you don't see a tree anymore, you just bump into the tree. And there are two ways of answering this. No, I see the tree, I don't bump into the tree. But what should be added to that is that I am the tree. So it's not an understanding at the mind level. How can we talk about no mind or the end of the mind? It cannot be talked of. Because that would be a mind conversation. See? So all the mind conversation we have are simply to bring you to the edge, or bring you to that where you walk through the mirror and then they're just to come to the edge of the mind. Then you have to let it go. You have to let it go and trust letting it go.
Is that an act of will then?
It's an act of love. And, loving your teacher is loving the fearlessness in them. It's loving.
Right, everything points to that living love, living your love, that doesn't keep you bogged down in perpetuating duality. I mean, it sort of gets to the brink where I see, like, okay, well, that's what I really don't. That's what I haven't done. I haven't done that. I haven't ridden that surfboard long enough to sort of feel how it feels to do it. Because everything else points to everything happens within consciousness. There's resistance as consciousness. As things happen in consciousness and it becomes clear, then resistance appears to be a phony effort to create duality. And then as the energy is there for that, then it transmutes into something really beautiful, like love, that needs to be kept, needs to be the place where you go, living that love. I see that as the thing that is beyond the rationalization process. So I just want
In satsang you get a few hints about living the love in whenever the old tendencies arise, to recognize them. And the tendency to go to the mind to sort of distract you away from what is arising, to recognize that tendency to go for the bottle, to go for your habit, to go for thinking, to try to move away, and to say, no, I'm not going to move away. let it consume me. Let it kill me. Let it totally dissolve me. Let it be. I'm willing and available. It's a deep surrender, but it's at the core of the surrender there is love for truth, and truth is never avoiding anything.
I think what I'm seeing here clearly is that it's a false choice to think that somehow, oh, if I really let my love go, who knows where that will go. Well, that's not the proposition, because you're not doing it at all. I mean, it's kind of like, I'm coolly detached, and I can put out a spoonful of this here and there. That's about what people do, so that works fine. But you're not living this possibility of realization. That's what I'm picking up from this conversation.
No, it's possibility of realization is 100% given to you. You've got it. You've got the full possibility is just gifted to you. It's all yours.
Right.
All yours, completely available to you.
Right. You have the realization and then the living of the realization.
Well, I mean, what's the point of a realization that you don't live?
Right.
I mean, what sort of realization
well,
is
because
that?
it gets down to this teasing 1 second of blissful awareness, and then okay,
Yeah.
what's that?
Right. I mean, you received an invitation. You receive an invitation to the ball, and wow, I received the invitation to the ball. Look at me. You take the invitation. You put it in your drawer underneath all your t-shirts and your shirts and and you don't honor it. You don't respond. There is RSVP. You don't RSVP. You sit there and say, man, I got this invitation. Hooray. Wow, how wonderful. I'm so great. I got this invitation. Oh, wow, this is great. 20 years later, the ball is done 20 years ago. He's still sitting, oh, man, that was such a, I got the invitation, to the ball. When was that? Oh, 20 years ago. Yeah, I got it. I got the invitation to the ball 20 years ago, I can show you what it is. It's in my drawer there. It's really beautiful. You can talk about it. You show it. It was an invitation. It came in a pink envelope, and the writing was, it wasn't like it was written in gold, and personal signature. It was a personal signature from the Dutch and the Duchess. That was great. It's such a great invitation. No, what's the meaning of that? It's insignificant.
Right.
It's significant. And you live consciousness. You already are consciousness. Simply not to over and over go back to me. I, my story, my this, my that, my this and me. Just this tendency to go to the person and mistake yourself to be this body mind. This tendency. I know it's a stubborn tendency, but there is a stronger suit. The trump card is a strong. You might have all the different suits, but the trump card, boom, trumps all of them. Yes, the trump card is consciousness. Yes, and you are that. You've got the trump card.
It also helps. When I learned, I never really thought about it. I am the source. And as that source, untouched by all this, by all my thoughts and my anxieties and whatnot, I am that source. And in that source is happiness not to be pursued. Because the source, the happiness is in the source itself.
Yes.
So the happiness cannot be outside me pursued, because I am that happiness.
Yes.
So I am peace, beauty, and all these things that we're talking about.
Yes.
And I think that now when the mind goes into taxes and kids or whatever it is, I got to pull this thing back.
Yes.
That I am the source itself.
Yes.
So I am all this.
Yes. yes, you are. You are the love, the beauty, the happiness, the joy. And this love, beauty, happiness, and joy is not contained in a body. It's not dependent on anything. It's not dependent on anything. Just notice right now, just the peace and the freedom. Just the peace and the freedom. There's no form and no shape, and yet it's so. It's not a personal experience. It's not. It's just isness. It's love. Has no owner, no one who owns it. It is what I am. I am this openness, this beauty, this love, this tenderness, this transparency, this peace. So the understanding is that I am that, and that is universal. It's not personal. It is a universal. Consciousness is universal. There is one reality, which is the reality of consciousness. The world, body, mind refer to the reality of consciousness. Like the dreams, your night dreams refer to you, the dreamer. The reality of your night dreams is you, the dreamer. It's not the dreams, it's not what's happening in your dreams. It is beyond the dreams, is the I. And yet, it is not possible to separate the dream from the I. How can you take the dreams away from the dreamer? It's a package deal. The dreams come with the dreamer. But the dreamer is completely free from the dreams. It can dream infinite dreams. Yes? But the night dream is only a metaphor, because consciousness goes beyond that. Consciousness not only dreams all dreams, but also, upon knowing itself, comes to the dreamless dream. All the dreams return home. In the solution of all impressions of others, otherhood, all the dreams dissolve upon the waking up of the dreamer. When the dreamer awakens, all the dreams dissolve. Okay, thank you for your very beautiful company, lovely company. So blessed.